Good morning, viewers. Wishing you all a very happy new year. Welcome to ST Money's Morning News, your weekday business news channel. It is Thursday morning, January 2, 2024, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Let's roll. Both stock and bond markets were closed on New Year's Day yesterday. Wall Street lost ground on Tuesday as investors closed the book on a remarkable year for equities, during which the US stock market was powered to record highs by the twin engines of the artificial intelligence boom and the US Federal Reserve's first interest rate cuts in 3.5 years. 2024 included intensifying geopolitical strife, a US presidential election, and shifting speculation regarding the path of Fed policy in the coming year. And yet, for 2024, the Nasdaq surged 28.6%, while the bellwether S&P 500 notched a 23.3% gain, marking the index's best two-year run since 1997-98. The blue chip Dow posted a 12.9% advance for the year. It was a year in which stocks, particularly those of US technology companies, outshone virtually every other asset class. The S&P 500 had gained 23% in 2024, rising for the fifth time in 6 years, in an advance that added $10 trillion to the US equity values. This sets the stage for continued strength heading into 2025. On Tuesday, the three major US stock indexes closed in negative territory, ending a languid, low volume session that contrasted with the tumultuous year that preceded it. A string of volatile sessions for the US stocks extended into 2024's last day, marking an ominous close to an otherwise stellar year for the North American equity investors. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 dropped for a fourth consecutive session in a year-end pullback that has shaved more than $1 trillion from large cap market values. Still, losses remain just a blip in an advance that has lifted the S&P 500 more than 50% since the start of 2023, the best two-year gain since the late 1990s. Major US stock indexes ended Tuesday's session in the red after oscillating between small gains and losses early in the session. The S&P 500 dropped 0.43% or 25 points to 5,881, and the Nasdaq Composite fell 175 points or 0.90% to 19,310. The Dow Jones Industrial Average declined 0.07% or 29 points to 42,544. Among the 11 major sectors of the S&P 500, communication services, technology, and consumer discretionary were 2024's big percentage gainers, jumping between 29.1% and 38.9% on the year. Healthcare, real estate, and energy were the only sectors that registered single-digit gains, while the material sector was the sole 2024 decliner, dropping nearly 1.8%. Tech stocks once again led the day's decline, with some of this year's biggest winners including Nvidia, Tesla, and Meta platforms falling. Rising bond yields also put pressure on stocks. Some investors used the day's losses to pick up beaten down shares. S&P Small Cap 600 Index ticked up 0.1%. The 10-year Treasury yield ended the year at 4.577%. The benchmark yield began 2024 below 4% and logged its biggest annual rise since 2022. Bitcoin traded below $94,000 at $93,503. The cryptocurrency has more than doubled in price in 2024 and hit an all-time high of $108,309 in December alone. Commodities, West Texas Intermediate crude rose 1.1% to $71.80 a barrel. Spot gold rose 0.6% to $2,623 an ounce. Key events this week: U.S. construction spending and jobless claims, manufacturing PMI. Today, US ISM manufacturing light vehicle sales on Friday. Looking ahead to 2025, financial markets are now pricing in about 50 basis points of additional interest rate cuts from the Fed, with investors eyeing stretched valuations and the impending uncertainties surrounding tax and tariff policies from the administration of President elect Donald Trump. We will still keep our fingers crossed for another stellar year. That's it for today, folks. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. In the meantime, please do subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you. Happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it is all about money.